The moment she laughed at my dad, in front of everyone, I knew this wasn't going to end quietly. It was supposed to be a simple neighborhood event. Families gathered, kids playing, people talking, but then the HOA president decided to make it something else entirely. My dad was there with me, sitting in his wheelchair like he always does, calm, proud, never asking for anything from anyone. And then she walked over. That fake smile, that tone people use when they think they're better than you. "You can't sit here," she said loudly, drawing attention. I thought she meant seating arrangements. But no. "This area is for active residents," she added, glancing down at his wheelchair like it didn't belong. The words didn't just land, they echoed. Conversation stopped. People turned, and then she laughed. Not quietly, not awkwardly. A full, humiliating laugh. My dad looked down for a second, adjusting his hands on the wheels like he didn't want to cause a scene. That moment hit harder than anything. I stepped forward, trying to stay calm, telling her she was out of line, but she waved me off like I didn't matter. "Rules exist for a reason," she said. Rules? There were no rules. Just her ego. And what she didn't realize was she had just crossed a line she couldn't uncross, because someone nearby had already started recording. Then another. And another. The atmosphere shifted, but she didn't notice. She kept talking, digging herself deeper, pointing at my dad, making it worse with every word. Until suddenly, a voice from behind the crowd spoke up. "That's enough." It was one of the longest-standing residents in the neighborhood, someone everyone respected. He stepped forward, calm but firm, and said, "There is no rule that excludes someone because of a disability. What you're doing is wrong." And just like that, the silence broke. People started speaking up, one by one. "Yeah, this isn't right. You've gone too far. Apologize." The same crowd that had been quiet moments ago was now standing together, and she felt it. You could see it in her face, the confidence slipping, the control fading. For the first time, she wasn't in charge anymore. And then came the moment she didn't expect. Someone mentioned the HOA board meeting scheduled for that evening. And the video? It was already spreading. By the time that meeting started, everyone had seen it. What was supposed to be routine turned into something else entirely. Voices were raised. Questions were asked. And within minutes, a vote was called unanimous. She was removed from her position right there, in front of everyone. No power, no title, just consequences. But the moment that mattered most didn't happen at the meeting. It happened later. Back at home, my dad looked at me and said quietly, I didn't want to make trouble. And I told him something I'll never forget. "You didn't, she did." The next day, something changed. Neighbors stopped by, not out of curiosity, but out of respect. Conversations felt different, warmer, real, because sometimes it only takes one moment for people to decide what kind of community they want to be. And that day, they chose right. As for her, the woman who thought she could humiliate someone without consequences learned the hard way that when a community stands together, even the loudest voice can be silenced. If this story meant something to you, don't just watch, like, subscribe, and share, because standing up for others starts with awareness.